Inspiring weight loss story reveals way to use secret herbs with easy workouts, Part 1. My name is Dawn Sterrit, and I am nobody special. I am just lucky enough to have found the formula that transformed my body, and because of it, I became a minor celebrity in the health world, and I'm humbled to have been labeled as having one of the most inspiring weight loss stories. But 2 years ago, my life was completely different. Just like most other people who are overweight, I never really thought about my weight. I loved cooking and gave little thought to the fact that I was slowly gaining weight, and by the time I started becoming aware of my weight and the fact that I was always tired, I was at 216 pounds. At 53 years of age and being over 70 pounds overweight. I was always tired and couldn't keep up with my grandson. I hated buying new clothes because I knew I always had to buy the extra large size. I could also say I was good at denial. I promised myself that I would make changes soon, but somehow, I always found good excuses to postpone getting started. I only realized that I was in very bad shape when on one Tuesday afternoon, I went to help my daughter arrange the new apartment she and her husband bought on the 9th floor of a new building. I smelled trouble when I realized that the elevators were not working and I had to wait or go up by the stairs. After the first 3 floors, it got tough. I was already gasping for air and feeling the burn in my muscles, but I kept going. 4 more floors and I got what felt like a stitch in my side. I ignored it until my heart started hammering. Then I fell down on my knees. I could hardly catch my breath for several long minutes, but eventually, the pain let up. Amazingly, instead of calling it quits, I kept going. After that, things went from bad to worse. I didn't realize that there was something seriously wrong with my heart, and these were all warning signs. When I got to my daughter's door, I had crushing chest pains and labored breathing, and my left arm started to tingle. My daughter immediately called for an ambulance. My grandson saw me and started to cry. I was lucky to get to the room in under 30 minutes, where the doctor gave me news that shattered me. The doctor confirmed that I had a mild heart attack. I was told that I was considered obese and that my weight had brought on cardiovascular damage. I was shocked. Here I was, trying to help my daughter, and as a result, I'd found out that I had heart disease. I sat with my boyfriend after returning back home and cried like a baby for hours. I was wondering how long I'd be around, or if I'd ever see my grandkids grow up. What about all my plans? That trip to London I was going to take with my boyfriend. That visit to my daughter was a wake-up call. I knew I needed to lose weight, but hadn't imagined anything like this. According to my doctor, I had to lose at least 40 pounds in the next 3 months by when he scheduled our next appointment, otherwise, I might face another heart attack. He said, "Dawn, I'm not sure how long your heart can keep going. You can't keep ignoring your health. Your blood pressure is 180/115, your BMI is over 30, and your cholesterol levels and blood sugar are through the roof." I was also pre-diabetic. My huge fat and cholesterol buildup was because of years of eating the wrong foods and not exercising the right way. I felt helpless and defeated. How could I possibly drop 40 pounds in just 3 months? I didn't think I was unhealthy, simply just getting older. How could I tell my grandson that I might not be around for his next birthday? I became so scared and worried about my health that for the first week, I couldn't even sleep at night. How did it come to this? And then, one evening, I looked in the mirror, and maybe for the first time, I really saw myself as the fat, sad woman I'd become. And that's when I decided that I would change my life and get my old body back. And do you know what happened then? I bet you do. I bet it's happened to you too. I picked myself up and told myself that I would have the self-control to exercise daily and eat healthily. But I failed miserably. I tried different fitness programs and quick fixes, wasting hundreds of dollars on things that didn't work. The truth is that I hated going to the gym because I've always felt like a blob compared to the younger women in their tight little yoga pants. The doctor told me that I should exercise on a regular basis. So I got a gym membership and went to a few classes, but they didn't do anything for me, just got me really sore. And as for dieting, I first tried the flat belly something diet, where they give you a special drink to have in the morning instead of your coffee. They said 1 cup burns 3 pounds of belly fat without exercise. I bought into it, and when I weighed myself after 5 days of drinking 6 cups daily, I realized that I actually gained 2 pounds. Then, I tried different weight loss systems like Nutrisystem, Atkins, even intermittent fasting, the ketogenic diet, and a few cleanses. But they are all about restricting your diet, counting calories, and starving yourself, and they all left me hungry and miserable, especially at night, when I'd get hungry and couldn't fight the urge to eat, usually junk food. What I didn't realize was that these fake diets simply restrict caloric intake, and when the body is starved, it turns to survival mode, storing food as fat as a means of preservation. I was hungry because I was depriving myself of carbohydrates, and that's why I wasn't losing weight, my muscles weren't getting any stronger, and my body wasn't shaping up. And for me, it was kind of hard to stay on a diet because I don't know about you, but I love food. I mean, it is food that comforts me when life gets hard. Food is also how I celebrate when times are good, and food is how I show love to my family. Anyway, I tried so many things, but nothing worked. I was really frustrated by the lack of results. I became depressive, and because of all the stress, I got 7 pounds heavier. And it was 1 month before my doctor's appointment, and I was getting terrified. I was supposed to lose 40 pounds, but instead, I gained 7 pounds. I couldn't take it anymore. I took a deep breath, and when I exhaled, tears started flowing. I was so tired of hating my body's reflection in the mirror. I have really done my best to eat the right way and exercise. And at that moment the phone rang. It was my daughter who called me to ask if I wanted to go to Hawaii with her and my grandson for 2 weeks since her husband had an emergency at work and couldn't take that much time off. I did my best to hide the fact that I was crying, and after my daughter hung up, I decided to go since I had nothing to lose, and I needed a break from all that mess. I called my boss, and he said yes. And it turned out to be my best decision ever because it literally saved my life. Our hotel was close to the beach and offered lots of privacy and relaxation. The next morning, I met Aline. To find out what happened next, watch out for the next video. In the meantime, to discover how you too can live your own inspiring weight loss story, click the link in the comments below.